Should be all good. Should be live. Let me get on this. Make sure this is all good. Turn on this. Let me know if you can hear, see me. Everything's all good, guys. And then we're going to get straight into the live. So let's just move this. 1 second. Here we go. There we go. Perfect. How's everyone? Hello, Steph. Hello, hello, hello. Make sure you can hear, see me. Everything's all good. Perfect. Let me know if you can hear, see me. Everything's... Aye. That is loud. Let me just copy the link into the Telegram, guys, so everyone can get on. There we go. Live here. Perfect. There we go. How is everyone? How's everyone doing? Hello, Rich. Hello, Katie. Hello, James. Trump might count. Yeah, Trump sent the market a bit crazy. Let me know if you watched the Trump speech. Let me know if you saw it. Hello, Gio. Hello, Katie. Hello, Heath. Usually do scalping, but today it was amazing. Nice, Steph. This morning was actually, I know there was a lot of members up for Asia. Asia was actually really, really good last night. I do have to say there was a lot of members up for that. So yeah. Oh yeah, Chris. Yeah, there was a lot of messages to it. I got sidetracked by a few things. You did. There was like a backlog of stuff, so I need to get to that after this, mate. But I will do. Hello, Craig. And I was enjoying reading through it all, Chris. It's nice to catch up. Hello, Colin. Hello, Andy. Rinsed by horrible news candle. Yeah. So for those who didn't see today, Trump basically gave a speech. An economic conference, and obviously that sends markets into a bit of a frenzy, as it normally does, as Trump is a bit of a chaotic guy. So we'll go over that today. And yeah, hello Jordan, hello Lazy Queen, hello Paul. Your scalping strat netted me 100 to 200 on my small funded and another 200 on my funded challenge. Nice, Steph. Amazing to hear. Really, really nice. That's absolutely amazing. Hello, Leanne. Hello, Krishina, DB, Raj, 22 Vikings. Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing, though? For those who are new to the live, we tend to have a quick catch-up, see how everyone is, see how your days were, and then from there, we rotate onto the charts, come up with a plan for tomorrow, see what's gone on today, come up with a plan for tomorrow, and go from there. This was sort of an outline of what I thought was going to happen from back here. So anticipate a bit of a move down, then a bit of a move up, then for us to come down. Exactly what happened, but the move was a bit overzealous, let's say. We came a bit further, but we still came down to this level, which is nice. So that sort of outlines of that plan were spot on from earlier, which is good to see. And we are currently struggling from this area here, which is a golden pocket point 786. This is definitely an interesting level. We have got a divergence here on the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, we can definitely take a look at this. What's that, James? Not been boring day on the charts. It definitely hasn't, Katie. Definitely hasn't. Hello, Lorraine. Hello, Goloff. Hello. Nice live with Brandon and Leon. Yeah, really good. And by the way, we've tried to get the YouTube live set up. The next one, I didn't think they were going live today, to be fair. I thought they were going to go live tomorrow. Normally, Leon goes live on Fridays. But we're getting the YouTube sorted for them. But it's weird getting other people on the YouTube channel because YouTube put a lot of restrictions in place because basically it's a massive thing in the YouTube space that people like hack YouTube accounts and then they play pre-done live streams on those YouTube accounts like crypto scams. It got done, famously got done to Linus Tech Tips. He's one of the biggest tech channels, and it got done to him. So if it can get done to him, it can get done to anyone. So they really put a lot of security on that now. So it's a bit of a pain getting someone else on the channel, but that'll be sorted for their next live. So those will be recorded and everything as well. And also his live and the other ones which are done will be on a playlist in the YouTube as well. The past few days, though, have been a bit crazy. As you've probably seen in the private group, a lot of things have changed around, especially in the Discord. We've really slimmed things down. If you've got any questions regarding that, let me know as well. Just got my first swing trades after that pullback, hoping for a big move come Friday. Nice, Jordan. Yeah, on Fridays, Friday is normally, like, especially over the past 6 to 12 months, overall, a very bullish day with a blow off top. Hello, NMA. Hello, Lee. Just got back from a barbecue. Nice, Yusuf. 3% up on the live. Great feedback from Craig. Ready to get back on the funding next week. Feeling more confident about things. Really nice to hear, Katie. That's amazing. 3% up is amazing. Amazing. And then I'm glad to hear that you're getting some great feedback from Craig. If Craig's giving you great feedback, then you know you're on the right path. Definitely. Hello, Danny. Hello, Graham. Hello, Rob, Jason. I was up over 600 in profit, then got hit with the drop this afternoon and didn't know how to take partials on time and lost 5. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate, Sean. Definitely, you need to. I mean, that's clearly highlighted a gap in your trading in terms of taking partials. So you know for next time, you know to focus on that, get that area of your trading fixed up, and then it won't happen again. So it's kind of good that has happened now. So then it doesn't happen in the future, and you know where to fix up on. So that's actually a good thing. I'm going to crack open a Red Bull. I've got a lot of stuff to do tonight, so it's going to be a busy one. Hello, Timothy. Oh, was it? Okay, Yusuf. Hello, like always. Great to have you, mate. How you doing? How's everything? It's unfortunate. New trade. I like that name, New Trader. Why do you think that is, New Trader? What was the cause of that? Did you sort of factor that loss into your plan? And that's something as well. With losses, okay, losses are going to happen in trading. Like, it's plain and simple. It's one of the only jobs in the world which you are guaranteed to fail at. Everyone fails. Profitable traders, they fail all of the time. Okay, you've just got to win more than you lose. Okay, and so I think the big question to ask is, when you have a losing day, is that factored into your plan? Okay, did you lose an amount that you're happy with? Was your risk on point? Because if your risk was on point, that was sort of factored into your plan that you are gonna, have losses. Then as long as it's within that within that threshold, then it's fine. It's just a normal day. And chances are there's been a lot of messages in here already where people have learned a lot today. For example, taking partials. Taking partials, which is very, very good. Maybe over risking. There's a lot of lessons learned on bad days. I know a lot of people have had tricky days today. A lot of people had very good days, but a lot of people had tricky days as well because of this big pullback. But this is where you learn, definitely, which is where you can bounce back stronger. Totally, lessons learned. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing. The mentoring has been amazing. Nice, Yusuf. Yeah, got some amazing feedback from Frankie inside the group as well, Yusuf. Frankie's up about $9,500 this month, which is absolutely phenomenal. And still a good bit left in this month, so should probably close out over 10K, which is amazing. Sudden drop this afternoon. Yeah, I mean, that's something a lot of people weren't aware. You need to look when Trump is talking, okay? Trump had a speech this afternoon. Not a lot of people knew about it, so make sure when he's talking, you're aware, because he can say some pretty outlandish stuff sometimes. And by the way, this drop came literally after he said the words. He said the words Greenland, and that was this first candle. Not this first candle. Where was it? Like this candle here. He said Greenland. And then this drop off here was, what was he saying? He was saying that he wasn't going to use any force. Like he was saying he's not going to use any force to basically get what he wants. And obviously no force, no tension is good for gold. Definitely, Simon, crazy day. Steph, so am I. So definitely, I love a range. I do love a range. New trader, well, definitely focus on that risk management, mate. You don't need to flip your account super quickly at all, okay? Flipping your account, if you're trying to like take £500, £1,000, and you're trying to turn that into your full-time, that's your ticket out of whatever situation you're in. You really shouldn't treat it like that, because you're treating it as a lottery ticket, okay? And we don't want to play the lottery, okay? We don't want to gamble in trading. We want to actually, do this properly. And so definitely lowering that risk and seeing consistency, and then you can always very easily scale up capital down the line. Scaling up capital once you're consistently profitable, it really isn't too difficult. I'm good, Mark. I'm good. How are you? Few buy limits set, and as soon as Trump said some shit, they all got tapped within 30 seconds. It was the word. He said the word Greenland, and then the market just went. Poof. It's crazy. For those who don't know, he's trying to acquire Greenland. So yeah, he's trying to buy Greenland, which is fairly interesting. Keep an eye on Trump from now. Yeah, nice. New trainer, definitely do. I run for the hills when Trump talks. I'd rather listen to RuPaul give me fashion advice. I agree with that, Yusuf. I agree with that. Good evening, team. Hello, Greg. How you doing, mate? How is everything? We need Trump back in Discord. I think we might have to get Trump back in Discord to give us a rundown on what the hell his plans are for the future. Chicken now more when there's ranges happening because it's surprisingly fun on gold. Definitely, Steph. It's definitely it's really nice. I mean, this price action last night, where was it? Here. This was just beautiful. I mean, we've got a clear direction to the upside. Moves are quick to the downside, and they sort of flush it out. And it's just was super clean. Like last night was nice. There was quite a few people up last night scalping away. This was a nice position here. And yeah. Naresh. How things, Max? Good, Adam. How are you? How are you, Adam? We've got big things cooking, haven't we? So that should be really, really good. We are moving up from this area now, which is nice. But yeah, big things cooking with Adam as well. And then I hope Greg and Adam, you're both ready for the next challenge as well inside the private group. That'll be coming very, very soon as well. Thought it would be a turnaround, so increased my stop loss. I'm not gambling at all, but learn my lesson. Yeah, new trader. I mean, increasing the stop loss, I think you need to have a set pound amount that you're risking on each trade, in my opinion. And if you just don't allow yourself to risk more than that. If you increase the stop loss, then no. If you want to have the option, and I do this quite a bit actually. Sometimes I'll enter a trade with quite a tight stop loss, and I'll want to give myself room to move the stop loss, okay? Excuse me. So I don't enter the full trade straight away, okay? Because I know I might want to move the stop loss. So I enter like 50, 60% of the position, and then I don't enter the rest of it, because that allows me to move my stop loss and be a bit more fluid with my stop loss. So the pro of it is you can be a bit more fluid with your stop loss, and you can move it if you need to without over risking on the trade. And then, but the con of that is you might not get entered into your full position. It might leave, but you're still in the position. So in my opinion, it's definitely well worth it for a lot of options. I did the 4 a.m. Asia Club. It was fun. Nice, Steph. Love that. Hoping to see some Craig fluence again. We all are, definitely. And by the way, Craig's cooking something up for members of the private group. We're kickstarting that as well. So something really, really cool, like a personalised thing for each member with Craig, for every member. Something really, really cool as well. Luke, we're going to see, we'll come up with a plan and see where we can go. This was a level that I had marked in the private group. Obviously, we're quite late now, but yeah, we can still take a look. We're not moving with too much volatility, so we got time to really have a look at everything. But my sort of overall opinion was, and still kind of is, I think we're, and this is pure like discretion, is I do think a bigger pullback from here. And I haven't been, this isn't something I've been saying like all of the time. I'm very much, you can go back through previous live streams, I'm very much bullish, just non-stop buys. But it does look like a bigger pullback from here in my opinion right now. But we'll get into the charts and we'll see what we can really find. This level cooked really nicely. Lower time frames, we are in bearish market structure. Higher time frames, obviously still bullish market structure. Really nice. I trade gold, so XAUUSD. This will go above the highest high going forward. Nirash, I do think it will. Sooner rather than later, we will see 5k or around or just under 5k. And that doesn't mean we can't have a nice pullback. And I'm honestly I'm a bit clouded by hope that we do have a nice pullback, because I want to add to more buys like further down. Add to sort of buys that I've already got open. I'm gonna buy at 4.7. Very nice. So it's at 4.755. So nearly got me. Very nearly. Very nearly. Very nice mark. Which pair? This is currently gold, XAUUSD. I only trade gold, really. I think it's important to trade one, maximum two pairs. I think trading loads of different pairs is an easy way to just ruin yourself. Trading more pairs opens up more opportunities, which sounds good, but it's actually bad. You want less trades. You want less trade opportunities. There's two ways, and this comes back to something which I've said quite a lot over the past few days, but it's very important. There's two ways you become profitable in trading, okay? There's two ways you go from unprofitable to profitable in trading. One of them is taking more winners. The other one is taking less losers. Now, taking more winners would be sort of looking on more pairs and doing all that. This means that one, your edge might not be supported on loads of different pairs. That's one. Two, your edge might only give you a few setups a week or whatever. And so you don't want to stretch that too thin. You want to focus on the highest probability setups. And by trying to take more winners, you'll take setups that aren't as high probable, and then also you're going to be spending more on fees and spreads, etc., which can eat at your system. And B, you're in trades more, so your emotions have more time to take control. You know, when you're in a trade constantly, it is straining on your mind a lot of the time, and so all of that emotions can really wear you out and lead to mistakes. Whereas taking less losers and focus on a high probability means you're using your system when it is at its peak. You're focusing on the best setups your system gives you. You're spending less on fees and spreads. You're in the market less, which means less emotions. So it's just easier. That is in my opinion, the best way to do it. You won't hear this often, but trading less equals more. Yo, hello Craig. Love from India. Take care, mate. Take care in India. What was that? Waiting for my first payout from VT. Really happy. £300 up for the week. Nice, Justine. Really nice. Really, really nice. Evening, bro. Evening, team. Hello, XPR. Hope you're doing well, mate. Max, when using fixed volume range profile after an impulse move to the upside or downside, what other aspects of confluence do you use to look for strong levels? So, Steph, do you mean like if we have an impulse move and we're in kind of price exploration mode and there isn't many levels? Or what do you mean? Because otherwise I do it very... Like I do it normally. I look for my fixed volume range profile, and then I look for my fibs, daily opens, look where VWAP is, look where VWAP like VWAP close was. A little cheat code, Steph, a nice little tip is if you do have an impulse move, for example here, we had an impulse move down. Two areas to definitely look at to gain good areas of support and resistance and good levels is the previous range. So the previous range here. And look to the left-hand side of your chart, the previous range here. Okay? And we're here now looking for previous ranges and looking for where what levels were strong during that range. So for example, this we're looking for support. So this support here, this resistance here, this point of control here, this value area high here. Looking at previous ranges can be very, very nice because you'll notice what happened here. We quickly moved through this area. What happened here? We quickly moved through this area again, okay? There's not much there. But if we look here, what happened? We didn't quickly move through this area. We found a lot of turbulence. So chances are when we come down to this area, we'll find a lot of turbulence, a lot of areas to get in nice positions. So that's a great little thing to add. There we go. Perfect. Smart G. Hello, Mark. Love having big man Adam on the lives. And down, but futures looking nice, Mark. Keep it up, mate. Keep it up. Right. She shouldn't have. So, just a moron as per usual. I appreciate that, Lorraine. When you say previous range, is the same as previous day, high, previous day? No digital. So, previous range, I do just mean like looking back on the chart and looking for a previous area, price ranged. That is really it. Yeah, I don't really know how better else to explain it. So, for example, here we ranged here. Looking back at this range is probably a good idea. We ranged here, so looking back at this range is a very good idea. Things like this. So this range here, looking back on this range, we ranged here. So as we come down, looking at these previous ranges can be very good. And then also, if we were to go from, and we can also do this for sells. I mean, you can see I haven't marked at this level, but just going off what was said there, let's pull this over here, and let's see. Let's just look at what we've got here. So we've got value area high here. We've got point of control here. We've got value area low there. And let's just see how it factored in the future. Okay, around about a high there. We did have a pullback from there. Again, high there. We can see perfect resistance there, literally to the T. And again, this is just a random example. This one was on market open. We gapped up through the roof. So this one obviously doesn't matter at all. But you can see 2 out of 3 examples really worked. And that was just a random example. So you can see how it can be quite strong. Boom. Let's go. And then obviously previous range. Simon said it there. Previous range daily opens as well. Previous day daily opens are very, very nice levels. One of my favorite levels actually is the previous day daily open. It's actually a really nice level. Like I do often use it, and it is a particularly nice level. So I know Simon said it there, but previous day daily open, perfect. I mean, we can see if we can find any more examples. Okay, here, perfect example. The last, look, previous day, what happened? We came up to it, perfect reaction off it, absolutely perfect. Let's see if we can find some, it doesn't go back. I need to increase the look back period on it. Let's put it to 30. See if we can find some others. Here, daily open. What happened here? We came back up and smacked it. Perfectly fine. Daily open. Reacted it there. You can see how it's very, very, it is very strong. Looking at the next day, that is. So going off the previous day. Not using every previous day daily open. But the previous day that price opened, it can be very strong. Just the last 3 examples were spot on. Pay attention. Yeah, I'll dial in my VWAP knowledge over the next few weeks too. Nice, Steph. Really, really nice. And yeah, looking at previous ranges, it can be really nice. You know, market tends to not repeat, but rhyme. Evening, everyone. Hello, Drew. How you doing? By the way, I hope everyone's doing well. If you are enjoying the live, then double tapping the screen does help spread out the live. And if you've got any trading questions, then please don't hesitate to let me know. If you do want to gain access to the private group where you can get signals analysis courses, full access to the community, everything like that, then just drop me a message on the Telegram in the YouTube description, and I'll happily walk that through with you. Boom, perfect. Let me just go over here and try this. I'm intrigued to see. I don't know if I did this live in the vertical format or in the horizontal format. I don't quite know which like, will this live show in the shorts feed? I was just thinking then. Previous daily high and daily open. Yeah, I don't really use previous daily high too often, to be honest. Keep it in mind though, but previous daily open, yes. What do you mean digital? Building any walls? But a 10K challenge last night, Max. Hit profits. Craig, I wouldn't expect anything less, mate. I wouldn't expect anything less. That's brilliant. Had a great time with Brandon and Leon show earlier with a guest star, Jay. Lol, it was great value, Max. Love that, Mark. Yeah. Jay, absolute beast. Leon, beast. Brandon, absolute beast. And definitely, guys, if you did enjoy the live, definitely they would much appreciate it if you just like at them in the Discord or drop them a message and just say, look, that was a really good live, mate. I look forward to watching some more in the future. They would really appreciate it. It's nice to do that as well if you did enjoy the live. I mean, I know a lot of you have, but just thought I'd mention it because they are smashing it. So yeah, I'd agree. Might do Asia being nice there. It has, Craig, I completely agree. I was up in the Discord at like, I don't even know what time it was, 3-4 a.m. I didn't really sleep at all last night, but it was just so nice. It was so good. Whew. Drew, wow, it's not a bad day at the office at all, is it? Jeez, very nice, Drew, very nice. Hello, JC, how you doing? 8 trades and done. Got to do 5. That's a bit of a pain, isn't it? That last part's a bit annoying. Do you ever use stop or limit orders or always enter at market execution depending on reactions off levels? Andy, I do use limit orders a lot. I don't really use stop orders. I'm not really a breakout trader, but I do use limit orders quite a bit. A good mix of limit and market. I mean, when trading options, you can lose more than owed to the broker, more than what's on your account if you are losing. Yeah. You won't owe them, I mean, you can, but you won't owe them money. A lot of time it's leveraged capital. Be careful with options. I don't trade options. Options are complicated, but that's when you first look at them. But when you deep dive on options, they are insanely complicated. Be very, very careful with options when looking into them. I would heavily recommend most people stay away from options. And there's a lot of crap that you see online in the trading space about options, about like strategies that you can't lose, and it's really not good. Literally, Adam, I agree with that. After our call, couldn't sleep. Can now officially say I've mogged in the public group. XPR was a good call though, mate. By the way, this level was very nice. Right there, let me check. Okay, that's fine. XPR nice, but we got it earlier. Nice. No consistency. Yeah, no consistency rule is very, very important on fundeds as well. What do you mean in stocks or in crypto? Honestly, Adam ran 5-hour break even in seconds. Insane, absolutely amazing. Options was the first thing I stumbled into, lost thousands in a matter of days. Yeah, options is awful. I'd recommend staying away from it. If you do want to sort of increase your knowledge of the trading space, then looking into it can be very, very interesting. They are important, and you can use them you can use options data in regards to your normal trading. But as far as actually trading options is not good. And that's already 600 up from this trade. Nice, mate. Really, really nice. £600 up. Very, very, very nice. Definitely not. I don't always trade Asia at all. Not all, but Asia and New York are... New York's like the best session. Asia, in my opinion, obviously everyone's different. New York's best, then Asia, and then London's an awful session. It really does just range constantly now. Asia has had nice sloping moves, very little sort of market structure in place. It just slopes to the upside or slopes to the downside. That's it, which is very nice. New York has just so much volatility, so much opportunity. London's just tight ranges with little there, in my opinion. Yeah, options data can be very, very useful in terms of expiration and everything like that. It can be very, very, very good. And I do recommend sort of looking into it if you do want that extra layer of knowledge. I don't know how deep Mr. C goes into it, but it can go very, very deep. But yeah, that's good that you know that, Eve. That's good. Don't put enough. So, Naresh, what do you mean you don't put enough? You don't, like, price hits your stop loss? Is that what you mean? You need to increase your stop loss? Is that what you're saying, mate? Let me move this up like this. Perfect. Who's staying up to trade Asia tonight? We'll see, James. We'll see. Great live with Brandon and Leon earlier. Loving it. Nice to see such lives in the evening. Thank you both. Nice light always. Love that. And yeah, we're going to try and bring more lives. So Leon will be going live more. Brandon will be going live more. Jay will be going live more. Maybe even some appearances from Adam who'll go in and out. Definitely more live streams coming. I'm going to be like, there's a few things I've got to sort over the next 2 weeks, which are are taking up a lot of time. But once those are closed and that's nice, then I'll be going live sort of start of London, just sort of seeing what went on during Asia. I think it's very important to look at how Asia performed, look at how volatile it was, etc. That can give you a really good depiction of what the rest of the day is going to look like. So looking at that, go live for London Open, New York, and then on a night before market closes for Asia. So that's what I'm going to try and do going forward. I'm on the charts then anyway. Sometimes I won't be able to as I'm doing other things, but I'm always at the charts on those times because that's when I mark up my charts. So going live in those times seems like the most high ROI thing to do. So if you want to capture those, subscribing to the YouTube channel is great. Hopefully get some live moves during New York. I have a feeling a few of the New York ones will definitely move over. News of Trump. Now he's not releasing the tariffs. I'm still very bullish, but I don't know if the news is going to have an impact on the constant paths. XBR, I'll release after this. I'll release like an overview of his recent speech, like I did for his last one. Sort of condensed opinions on it, what it sort of means for different things, and I'll release that after this live, mate. So you can get a good little rundown. I'll basically just bullet point things that come up and sort of little things like what it kind of means. Maybe whip in a few analogies here and there. What do you mean, Geordie, Jason? Geordie's been arrested. Has he? Wait there. Let me... One second. Okay, we'll take a look at that after. One second. I don't know what's gone on there. It's time for you to go on a generational. Yeah, massive shout out to Sam as well. I mean, passing the FTMO, like really, really, really nice work there, Sam. Huge things to come. Group, or does that mean I'm already in it? Is the private access group the actual group? So does that mean I'm already in it? Digital. So on the YouTube channel, I've got a link to like the public group. That's where I share links to the live, members testimonials, members spotlights, and etc. And then you can message me through there to gain access to the private group. It's free to join, and in there you gain access to signals, courses, community, like an amazing community. We've got a full support team, full-time traders in there helping you as well. Private funding service, loads of different things to help you level up in the space. Well, then Sam Praddy, mate. Definitely. James just said he had. Oh, I'm sure it's nothing bad. Geordie's he's a really nice guy, so I'm sure it's fine. Oh, okay. There we go. See, he's joking. I did kind of believe it though because he's he's crazy. I mean, I can't put it any better than that. How do you plot the volume indicators, blue associated bars on a particular zone to show peaks? Colin Wilson. So what you do is you get the fixed volume range profile, which is this exact indicator here. Looks like this. It's not an indicator, actually. It's a tool on TradingView. I call it an indicator, but it's actually a tool. So to get indicators, you go to the top of your screen, you go to indicator section, you get this up on your screen. But to get tools, you go to the left-hand side of your screen, and you go to, I think it's the fourth box down. Yeah, it's the fourth box down. And then you go to forecasting, and then it's fixed volume range profile. So in forecasting, fixed volume range profile.
and then you pull that across a range, and you get value area high, value area low, point of control, and you can just literally, we can do it here. You literally just click it and drag it across a range, and yeah. James, man. The best community. I agree. And only up from here. You've noticed we've changed the Discord around a lot. We've got new videos coming out very soon. Extremely detailed videos. More live streams from me. More live streams from educators inside the community. More support inside the community. We've got loads of things coming together. Especially, like, there's a few things which are happening over the next 2 weeks, which are seriously big. And so yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Like, seriously, I think next month is going to be a record month for a lot of members. I can definitely see it. Craig, it actually has. I don't know how I feel about it though. Like, yeah. When you see a drop like this, is it good to increase your risk or keep the discipline and stick to the 1 to 2%? Definitely sticking with your disciplines, unless it's in your plan to decrease or increase risk. Staying at the same risk is definitely important, because going from even a 1 to 2% risk, you're doubling your risk. That's a lot. And so I like to do sort of fixed risk, so keeping my risk uniform in each trade. So for example, risking like $1,000 on each trade is definitely the way to go in my opinion, or risking a set percentage. But there's more advanced things you can do as you do get more advanced. But to begin with, risking a set pound amount, just so you keep that risk uniform, I think is the best way to go in my opinion. Steph, very true. Yeah, Fu Manchu video is going to be very good, and I think the one after that will probably do like an overall just beginners video, and then we'll do a volume one. But like always, I'll poll the videos inside the private group so you guys can choose which videos come out next. And yeah, so videos, more live streams. The challenge is back, which is really cool. More live streams from the educators inside the community. Cool thing from Craig as well. A lot more support. Like, it's just, yeah, very good. Very good stuff. Digital, do you mean like small cap stocks? Did you mean like crypto? I bought gold when it was at 48.48. Will it go back to 48.48 tomorrow? Mohammed, no one knows, okay? No one knows for definite where the market is going. All we do as traders is we do, if this happens, do this. If this happens, do this. And Mohammed, by the sounds of things, it sounds like you haven't got a stop loss in place, in which case that's a terrible trade to be in. You're risking everything to make like whatever. So make sure you've got a stop loss in place, and make sure, you know, if your plan was it was going to go up from 48.48 and that hasn't happened, then your plan, the reason you entered the trade, has been invalidated. If the trade has been invalidated and you're still in it, something's off. No, I don't digital, no. Definitely next month is going to be record. This month is already a record month. Don't overthink it. Just do it and join us. That is going to be the best decision you have ever made. Appreciate that, Glovov. And I completely agree. Definitely getting in when it's a very good time as well. Yeah, no one knows. Yeah, we got something cool from Craig cooking up as well. We got, it's funny because I've got something with Craig cooking up. Things with Adam cooking up, things with Jay cooking up, things with Brandon cooking up. We've got the challenge cooking up. Some big things with C-Dog cooking up. Things with Bella cooking up. Things with Ben. Oh, there's too many. There's about 1,000 pots that are all stirring, but yeah, it's good. Greg. 315 on gold during the live using Golden Pocket Daily Open on the 4 hour. Nice, Jason. Absolutely amazing. Really nice. Nice, Mark. What gold is doing. Yeah, Craig, definitely stick with the Craig fluence.
Yeah, Monzo's fine. XPR. I think a good thing they have now though is crypto payouts if that appeals to you. But yeah, Monzo's fine. We all cooking exactly. Awesome shit in his group. I completely agree, Steph. And there's more things coming as well. We're currently making his section, trying to like sort of make it not simpler in the content that he's putting out, but simpler in the like sort of flow through his group, if that makes sense. So to make it so when you join, it's not like super overwhelming. It's very much like, okay, start here and have a look at this, then dip your toe in here, then go to here, then go to here. And then also more live streams, more bite-sized content released to the community, keeping up the levels. So basically, I see with C-Dog, in his just normal section, his levels that are released sort of every day that a lot of you have been using, they are insanely good. That's really good. Live streams, going to try and move that up to once a week. Bite-sized little bits of either fundamental or like quantitative data modeling information, but very bite-sized resources released as well, like 3 to 4 of those a week that are very, okay, here's a problem, like here's a common question, here's the answer, like in a very professional format, if that makes sense. And then from that as well, in his sort of more private section, that's going to be a more flow to it. So there's a cool few things cooking up with that. God, struggling to talk. What's on the menu? I am hungry now. I'm telling you. Whew. I might do the unhealthy thing and get a pizza order. To be honest, it's gonna be a long night, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Okay, let's move this on. Let's actually take a look. Since we've been on the live with the exact bottom, there was very nice. Obviously, we did poke a bit through, but these levels aren't exact. It's an area to start looking for positions. So it did work out nice on the 15-minute. We didn't close below that level, which is important. Oh, slightly did. That's fine. Okay, let's see what we can sort of find. Value area low from this previous range is definitely important. Hopefully this golden pocket lines up with it. I'd be very happy if it did. Okay, wait there. We can move this down here. Okay. Boom. So red areas, I'm looking for sells, and then green areas, I am looking for buys. Okay, that's nice. Boom, boom, boom. And by the way, I'm going to be doing a lot. I'm going to be doing a lot more calls with members as well. Going to try and do 1 to 2 calls a day with members. So last night I had a great call with XPR, and it's basically those calls that I do. Basically, I know it's going to be. I can't get to everyone, but I'm going to try and do at least 1 to 2 a day, and it's basically just a catch up. I just want to see how you're getting on, how your journey's going, get sort of feedback on things, and then also just look at your journey and look at what we can do to sort of get you to that next stage. So I had a few, which has been good. So spoke to Jay, Chris, XPR. Looking to do more of them over like in the future as well. So 1 to 2 a day. I'm really looking forward to hearing off all of you as well. I really do enjoy them. It's great to just have a chat, have a catch up, see how everything's going on. Cahoots. Is Cahoots something? I did want to get them on the YouTube. So YouTube lives are like, they're going really well. I'm really enjoying doing it on YouTube. Like, I think we've got the format very nice. It's really good. But YouTube is slightly delayed by like a few seconds. And that means Kahoot like needs to be in real time, really. So it's a bit difficult to do. Let me see if I can... wait there. Let's go. Okay, I can add polls. Wait there. Let's see what I think this is a good thing. So
something which is really cool right now, a bit of context onto what we'll do here, even though this isn't quite the same, but a bit of context is a lot of you have probably seen the huge rise of prediction markets. The most common ones are like Polymarket and Kalshi. These are very, 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 very huge businesses right now because basically they can skirt around the law when it comes to betting, and so they can get younger people on the platforms in America. They're regulated in more areas. Regulated is a bit of a stretch word when it comes to them, and yeah, so they're very, very, very popular right now, and that's just because people want to just gamify the entire world and turn everyone into gamblers. That's basically it. So that's what's going on with the prediction markets. But I do think the background on prediction markets is very interesting. And basically, this is kind of the thesis of it. So if you get, if I point at a tree, okay, and I say, how tall is that tree, okay, it's going to be very difficult. How do you guess the height of that tree in very, very, very accurately with no tape measure and not moving? How do you do it? Let me know. I mean, I've kind of given you the answer, but if I put you here and I say, how tall is that tree? Imagine a tree over there, and I say, how do you get the height of that tree very accurately with no tape measure, no form of measuring, and you're not allowed to move? Okay. How do you get the height of the tree? This does lead into what we're going to go into, but I think this is a very, very important thing. Okay, basically what you do is you get thousands of people to guess the height of the tree and put money on it. So they're putting their money on the line. So emotions don't come into play. Okay, money doesn't care about your emotion. Okay, people may think that they may believe something, but when it comes to actually putting money on the table, they're going to go with what they actually think. And so you get a bunch of people together and you get them to basically bet and predict how tall the tree is. And the average is normally extremely, extremely close to how tall the tree is. And the more people you get, the more accurate it is. That is basically the thesis behind prediction markets. And they've actually predicted a lot of key things in history. For example, they've predicted who the president will be the last like 14 terms extremely accurately. And so, yeah, it's very interesting. So going off that, a bit of a tangent, but going off that, I think let's do will price tomorrow. Will price, let's do it. Will price make a new all-time high tomorrow? Let's see. On. Let's start a poll. Let's do polls. I know this is bit off the topic from Kahoot, Eve, slightly off topic, but I want to start doing more quizzes. I really think quizzes are very valuable. They're fun, they're engaging, they're interactive, and they're definitely valuable from an educational perspective. So bringing like quizzes back and maybe Kahoots, if we can figure out a format, will be really cool. I think I've dropped the. Let me know if you can see the poll in the chat. Yeah, Krishina, we're leveling up. We're leveling up. Okay, Craig. But Craig can then, if Craig is an insider trader and he knows that the market won't, then he can bet a ton on it not doing that and make a ton of money. Like, it factors in insider trading as well. It's pretty interesting. XPR. Let's see what happens when we approach the 7. What time is it? Okay, 9. That's all right. Wait, let me. What was this? Okay, that's fine. Let's see what happens over the next sort of hour and see what we can sort of come up with. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see what the poll results are. 67% of people said it would. 67%, 68%. 68% of people. I'm going to stop the poll in like 10 seconds, so cast your votes. Don't go with like the majority. Let us know your actual opinion. Okay, let's see. Will price make a new all-time high on gold? 68% said yes, 32% said no, 78 votes. We could use, let me know if this sounds interesting, but that poll that we just did, how about I put up a question on trading, or I put up like a bit of price action, and I put a question, okay, will this trade win, will it lose? And then we can go over why it played out the way it did. And then also, why did price bounce here? Why did this news article impact gold like this? Did it impact it because of this, or did it impact it because of this? And we use polls to do it on the YouTube live. Let me know if that sounds. Interesting. Is VWAP as well? Ah, yeah, it is. Okay, very nice. This will be the first short in a while if we do reach this level. Boom. Good idea. I like that idea. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, cool. I'll write it in my live stream plan notes. Yeah, one second. I don't want to miss this. Live stream poll questions. Okay, this is cool. This is good. I like this a lot. This will be fun, and it'll be a good way to definitely learn. We can maybe put some sort of. I like the idea of putting some like prizes and stuff in place as well. That'd be cool. Max that level is 0.786 at. What do you mean, DB? Max, what level is the 0.786? Oh, so the 0.786 is at 4853. Pretty much dead on the dot. 4853. We could see it if it hits it soon, because obviously market closes in about an hour. So if it hits it soon, we could see it. As we approach market open, though, obviously lower liquidity, and so it's just not nice to trade conditions as you go into market close. And plus, if it ranges here and market closes, we could gap up here over the stop loss, and then we're screwed. Which obviously we don't want to happen. So yeah, that's something to factor in. I am going to put in the group now. I'm going to just put this on charge. I'm going to put this. There we go. 1 second, guys. I just want to update the group. Boom, boom, boom. 1 second. Plan was pretty spot on. This level looks. Boom, there we go. I just want to pop this in the private group so members know what I'm sort of looking for. There we go. Perfect, perfect. Hopefully no one's causing a carnage in the chat. Full port buys for the open. Oh, no. Don't, no. DB, no, definitely. If it's, just be careful. Just be very mindful of the fact that liquidity is dropping. So we can see some volatility, not because of, like, it's volatile, but just because it's lower liquidity. And so price can jump around quite a bit. And then also, if price does gap up on open, that could, which can happen, you can end up over risking on the trade, like massively. It's especially in unpredictable circumstances that we are in. It's not worth the risk in my opinion, but it might be, you know, in your sort of plan. If you use a wider stop loss, you should be fine on it. Which box do you use to put green buy levels and the red sell levels on TradingView? Philip, so it's this indicator here. It's the rectangle. So this is it. I think it's the 5th box down on TradingView under arrows, and then you're in the arrows section. There's a shapes section where you can click on rectangle, and you can get that on your chart, mate. 100% agree, Drew. I don't trade every day digital. I don't trade every day at all. If some days they're just not good to trade, so I won't trade them. Other days are absolutely amazing to trade, and I'll trade a lot on those days. And yeah, over the past few months though, it's basically been adding to buy positions mostly. That has been most of it. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, DB. Definitely. Hey Max, just reached home and a blessing day today as well. Made some good money. Nice, mate. Nice, Narash. Absolutely amazing to hear, mate. Absolutely amazing. So Mondays and Fridays are normally quite bad for trading. What a lot of people find, but it changes depending on the person. For example, I had a great call with XPR yesterday. He said he started journaling his trades and he saw massive success journaling his trades. Most people who start journaling their trades do improve. There's a few objective ways, and I say this like every single time. There's one way like that I can't guarantee profitability, but it puts you in the best circumstance to make money, and I'll go over it in a second. But from journaling the trades, he found that Tuesdays weren't that good for him, so he doesn't trade Tuesdays. Okay, unless it's like a perfect setup. He doesn't care. Unless he looks at the trade and literally physically can't not enter the trade, then he doesn't. And I think that's a good mentality to have in trading. You shouldn't wake up each day wanting to jump into a trade, okay? You shouldn't wake up like, oh, I want to get into a trade now. Like, I want to get into a trade. You should wake up each day being like, I don't want to trade. I really don't want to trade today. I'm only going to take a trade if I absolutely have to, because the market is printing me such a good opportunity. I cannot miss it. That's when you should take a trade. And yeah, we're reversing down now before we've hit the level. Azaz, I did enter a few yesterday, I have to say. Slowing down a bit. Yeah, that previous candle, I mean, if we look at this, like this previous sort of, I mean, it did nothing. Like, again, volatility's just dropped through the floor. You see how, like, for a few candles, we don't really do anything, and then boom. It's just lower liquidity. Well, brother, I do this too. Nice. Yeah, I think it's very, very good to... Oh, that is the best. Yeah, I think it's really good to do. I can't stress enough how you don't need to trade loads to make loads of money. Okay, you really, really don't. And you should be like grateful. You should be like that. You should be like happy with trading, that you don't have to trade all the time. I'm telling you that you the career that you want to go down in trading, the less you work, the more money you make. Imagine you started a job and the job description was, okay, the less you come in, the more money you'll make. But when you come in, just make sure you do a really good job. That's amazing. That sounds like a brilliant job. And that is how I think you should approach trading. Only go into work when it's the best conditions, when it's a sunny day, the car's clean, okay, so the person you hate isn't there, then you go in and you crush it, okay? Other than that, you don't. And you can go full-time with that mentality. And you can make as much money as your heart desires. I'm new to earning the art of trade. I like how you call it the art as well. I've watched your lives over the last few days and I've found them very interesting with lots of information. I appreciate that, Fraser. I appreciate that a lot. I do think you checking out the private community on the Discord, on the YouTube description, you will find a lot of value. If you do want to, take steps forward in this space, you'll find, far more value as well inside that, mate. And I really do appreciate that feedback. If you got any questions, throughout the lives, just drop them in the comments. If you want to message me after the live, then you can find my Telegram on the YouTube description. You can drop me a message there. And yeah, mate. Ashi, it could be both. Like sell, buy. If I say sell now, if I say buy now, it's the most useless
thing in the world. It really is. That's just a gambling mentality. That's not trading. Gonna stick an alert on and go from there, hopefully, after there's an open there. Okay, nice, Jordan. Sounds good. I did one buy on my main account today. Forgot about it. I made £150 usually doing loads of trade. Nice, Philip. See, that's perfect. That's absolutely amazing. And it's good that you forget about the trade. Just completely leave it, and yeah, that's really good. And this job, my life is chaos, and I do this for a living. What's the way, bro? Night for now, peeps. See you in a bit, Jordan. Take care, mate. Adam, I was speaking to Ben about this earlier. We do need to get you some over, definitely overdue. I need to get it to all the educators. My plan is when I'm back in the UK in February, I'm gonna basically get them out to everyone then. That's my plan. Getting them to Brandon, success coach Brandon and Leon. Obviously they're in Thailand. That's a bit more tricky. Let's say. But yeah, my plan is to get sort of like hoodies and t-shirts out at the end of February. We're going to be doing like an in-person event then as well. And yeah. XPI. XPR's a beast. No, Chris, send it me over. What? I hope he's all right, mate. First off, I hope he's all good. 850, but gave into FOMO, mistaking it for a liquidity spike. I exited at 1.05 R, deviating from my 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. How can I better manage my FOMO? Really annoyed. I entered the so what was the fear there? But I entered the sell trade at 48.50, but gave into FOMO, mistaking it for a liquidity spike. I exited at 1.5 R. So Andy, would you say that you exited that trade out of fear that it was going to reverse on you and you wanted to take that small amount of profits off the table? Okay, every single emotional mistake in trading comes down to fear in some way, in some shape or form or not. I think, Andy, something which would particularly help you was the most recent voice note I put in the public group, actually. And that's having a more clear higher time frame bias or fundamental bias or something like this. Because then, when you enter a trade in the direction of your higher time frame analysis and you're going in that direction, you're gonna, instead of having fear that your trade will reverse on you, you'll have the fear that you're not going to capture the full move. So you won't hold on to the trade. You won't close out the trade early because of emotion, because of this, because of that. You won't. Okay? I think that's important, a great way. I think you've got to look at it from the mentality aspect and try and move fear in your favor. Okay? So fear's always going to be there, but try and leverage it to improve your trading. So for example, what I just said, by highlighting a higher time frame bias, you're leveraging fear to hold onto trades for longer because you're fearful that you're not going to capture the full trade. Okay, you can suppress it a bit, but every single trader feels emotions. Okay, and I think that's a good way to sort of look at things. At the event, but wanted members to have. Oh, good, Adam. There'll be enough there, mate. There'll be enough there, mate. It'll be all good. Digital. I'll walk through all of that in the onboarding, mate. So yeah, we'll get that sorted then. Okay, nice, great. I'll take a look after. I'll take a look at that. I do have a lot of messages, but I'll take a look after this, and I hope he's all right, mate. I really do. I made £84 overnight when I was sleeping. Couldn't ask for better than that. Just genuinely so glad I had started. Nice, Justine. Absolutely amazing, Justine. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Momentum is going down. Can we still focus on long positions or focus on short positions? Narash, higher time frame, we're in bullish market structure. So I think that the obvious thing is to look for, to continue to look for buy positions. However, we will probably at least range in this area for a bit.
And now that we've taken out these lows, you can, in my opinion, enter shorts with a bit of confidence. But stacking those buys definitely is the higher probability move to do, in my opinion. And then also, I'll release after this a bit of a rundown from Trump's speech as well. So that'll help to sort of get you a bit of a macro bias, if that makes sense. Craig, we know you're a robot, Craig. I don't even know if you're genuinely a real person. I think you're just AI. Yeah, like always, it's going to be brilliant. For me, record data. Very well done, Curtis. Very nice. Definitely on the right side of the market, mate. That is amazing. Tough day towards the end of the day, like sort of after New York. Difficult to fully capitalize, so that's amazing to hear. XVR, I do think that's a good. That'll be difficult to do. I don't know how we'd do that. I could probably reach out to some sort of company and do it. But yeah. Someone over 200 pounds. Okay, nice, Andy. I mean, yeah, definitely not something to be to scoff at. £200, mate. Really nice work. Does you say it was going to do crypto for the second time? Yeah, Justine, crypto normally takes. I mean, when I withdraw in USDT via TRC20, it withdraws in 10 seconds and it's there. Bank transfer on your first one, normally within 24 to 36 hours. After your first one, normally it's within 24 hours. On your buy at 47.7 level, but I must set my stop loss to. It's unfortunate, Jono. That's look, live and learn, definitely. It was definitely the right idea. The idea behind the trade was spot on. True XPR, but I don't know whether everyone would do it. I feel like we'd have like half people without them and half people with them. Taco Trump smashed the momentum, pulling the tariffs, but thankfully I wasn't in a trade at the time, so caught it at the bottom. Okay, nice, Curtis. I like that. Taco Trump. Yeah, it was. Did anyone watch the Trump speech when he started talking about the dome? I found that funny. The dome. We've got the dome. I find it hilarious. Trump's speeches are interesting to. I'll tell you what. I never really like to watch many like sort of political speeches like that. But Trump's, he always comes out with some sort of crazy things, so it's easy to watch his. Regardless of what you think about him, he just comes out with some. He just goes on such tangents. Post-it note, yeah, sounds good. Okay, Crit. Wait, let me just go over here. Wait, you got the full-on video? Oh, wow. Wow, that was very bad. Is he all right, mate? I hope he's all right. That's a very bad crash. Just completely T-boned. Yeah, wow. Got me with Trump. Yeah, he hates windmills. I mean, he does have a point there with windmills when you really look into windmills. I like how he just points at everyone that they hated me, now they love me. Like everyone who he points out, they hated him, but now they love him. Like everyone loves him. They love me. It is funny. It is funny. I find it so funny. The tangents that he goes off as well, it's brilliant. Yeah, if you haven't, by the way, I do recommend when Trump does a speech, especially, it's important to watch these. He does have a huge impact on the market, like obviously being the president of the United States, and so it directly impacts the markets, and then also it's quite funny to watch. So yeah. Out of the market, just talks. He does talk a lot. I'll give him that. He does. Yeah, he loves a chat. Definitely does.
Justine. Honestly, we could pick apart the speech for age. The next speech that he does, well, I'll have to go live over it so we can all watch it together because that would be hilarious. No, that's going into play. I'm doing that now. When Trump does his speeches, we're definitely and Jerome, if he's there for much longer, we'll get live over them. I think it's definitely a missed opportunity not going live over that. I think everyone needs to. I think having a laugh is important. DV, everyone's coming out with their favourite lines now. I love it. For buying them win. Yeah, exactly. I love that as well, Golov. Yeah, nice, Justine. And yeah, if you need help with that, let me know. If you're not too familiar with I don't know how familiar you are with crypto. It's it's pretty straightforward. But if you struggle or anything, drop me a message. And yeah, yes, Trump lives are the future. I agree. I definitely agree. I think it's a missed opportunity not going live for his lives. Going live, reacting to a live. Try at the same time so we can see. Yeah, we can literally see. Literally on his speech earlier, he mentioned I had his speech there and the charts there. He mentioned the word Greenland. I just saw the market go like this. Like it was so there's such key words that when he says them, you can literally see the market just go. It's pretty interesting seeing it in real time, though, how much sway he has. Because understanding that those moves are, billions and billions and billions of dollars are being transacted on those moves. Like, it's crazy. Trump live would be carnage. It would. We should do a Trump bingo on his lives. That'd be hilarious. That would be good. Hello, iTrader. Hello. Hope you're doing well, mate. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to finish up this live now. Market's closing in about 45 minutes. I'll be putting in a plan once market reopens. Hopefully, we don't take out this level like as soon as market opens, because obviously as soon as market opens, spreads are a bit of a nightmare, etc. So I'm hoping that we kind of just chill here, and then once market opens, we maybe spike up to this level, and then continue down throughout Asia. Hopefully, that would be very nice. Obviously, not everything happens the way we want to. But yeah, I'll be marking up a new plan as soon as Asia opens. As soon as the market reopens, we'll come with a plan. And yeah, we'll go from there. So hope everyone enjoyed the live. Hope you had a good day today. Definitely seen some record profits over the past few days inside the private community, which is absolutely amazing. Excuse me, if you do want to get involved in the private community, there is a link on the YouTube description. If you click on the YouTube channel, then go to the description, there's a little link. You can click on that and gain access to the private group. And in there, basically, you can access signals, courses, full community, private funding service, multiple traders sending everything. It's really the best place to learn and grow as a trader. So yeah, hope everyone had an amazing day. Hope everyone had an amazing night. Thank you for joining me on the live. I'll see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. UK time, where I'll be live again. And yeah, take care, guys. See you all in a bit. See you in a bit, Mark. See you in a bit, XPR. See you in a bit, Eve. See you in a bit, Leanne, Justine, DZ, Jason, DB, Curtis, Chris, Zoe, Mark, like always, Jason, iTrader, Justine, Curtis, Pritam, DB, Blakey. Got a lot of people on tonight. Ammo, Halo,